We are gods, we are kings, we march in faith, cause we believe we can change the world to what it needs, stand against our enemies, cause we can. Yeah, can't nothing ever stop us. Take one and another will rise up. We'll endure until we reach the end. We are gods, we are kings, demanding change, cause we believe we can.
And y'all brothers, y'all understand right now, this is the biggest movement on the planet Earth, don't it? Y'all are the Israelites the Bible speaks of. We God chosen people. And we went to slavery for breaking the commandments of God. That's why we up in Bolivar today. They called y'all into the army of God. I want to read some, read Revelation 11:11. 2 weeks ago, we was what? 1,000 deep in Chicago. Did y'all see us? Did y'all see this stuff all over the internet going viral? We was 1,000 deep in Chicago, and we walked through the roughest community there. In that community, people scared to come outside. But when they seen us come through there 1,000 deep, in order, you know what I'm saying, seeing the Lord's army come through there, that gave a lot of the people hope, man. And now today, the Most High God is calling you into his army. Listen to this, Revelation 11.
Revelation chapter 11, verse 11.
Read.
And after 3 days and a half.
3 days and a half, that's going into 350 years, read.
The Spirit of life from God.
The Spirit of life from God is the commandments. That's what our people missing in our community. We missing the commandments of God. The reason why we went into slavery, because we broke the commandments of God. The reason why the other nations own all the businesses in this community, because we broke the commandments of God. The only reason why the other nations ruling over us is because we broke the commandments of God. Read on.
Enter into them.
So it said the Spirit of life enter into us. The Spirit of life is talking about the commandments. Because when we keep God's commandments, we come to life. Read on.
And they stood upon their feet.
Read.
And great fear fell upon them.
Now, when they stood upon their feet, I'm going to show you what it's talking about. Give me Ezekiel 37:10. I'm going to show you what it means for us to stand upon our feet. We the arms of the living God.
That's right.
And God calling us. God trying to wake us up, man. This is the biggest movement throughout the planet Earth. We're a worldwide group. You know what I'm saying? They try to sit up there and try to say, oh, they're a hate group. They're a cult. Why? Because they see young black men coming out here standing in order, teaching the word of God. You got young black men teaching other black men, hey, look, marry your women. Take care of your kids. Don't be whoremongers. Leave them drugs alone. Them drugs destroyed our communities, man. In the 60s, we had something called black pride and black unity. Then they brought drugs in our community. They destroyed their black pride and their black unity, which broke the vision. How they divided us with gangs, you know what I'm saying? How they divided us, they took the fathers out the household, threw them in jail. You know what I'm saying? Now you got our women, they raising up the young black men, single family household. Listen to this, read.
Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 10.
Read.
So I prophesied as he commanded me.
And that's what we do. We go out and prophesy because he's commanded us to prophesy. God created you to serve him.
That's right.
Listen to me. God created you to serve him. God didn't create you to serve these other nations. Read on.
So I prophesied as he commanded me.
Read on.
And the breath came into them.
Remember the breath, going into the breath that's coming into them. That's the commandments of God. Read.
And they lived.
Read.
And stood upon their feet.
He said they stood upon their feet. Read.
Exceeding great army.
An exceeding great army. That's why in Memphis, how many of y'all seen us in Memphis? How did our people how did our people was made captain in America? What type of transportation they used to get us over here? Boats, ships. Listen to this. They were prophesied in the Bible. Read.
Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Egypt is a Greek word for bondage.
That's right.
He said, I will bring you into bondage again. Read.
With ships.
With ships. We came into slavery on ships. Read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
He didn't even know that was in the Bible then. The slave ships in the Bible. Everything you hear coming out is Bible prophecy. Just like us standing upon our feet and seeing great arms. When we broke the commandments of God, he said he's going to bring us into Egypt again, or bondage again. Read again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with
He
ships.
brought us into slavery with ships. Read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee,
The way Moses said it was going to happen, it happened. Read.
thou shalt see it no more
He
again.
said you weren't going to see it no more again. Since we've been over here in America and we seen our homeland, what did we eat before we came here? How did we dress before we came here? Because the white man told us we was naked. That's a damn lie. He didn't tell you he robbed you. He didn't tell you that you had embroidered work in your garment. You had diamonds and gold in your garment. He said you was naked though. He said he had clothes, you was naked. He didn't tell you about all the great kingdoms that you built throughout Africa. He didn't tell you that you God chose the people, that you the Israelites.
That's right.
But a lot of our people, they think that we was asshole naked before the white man came. That's a lie. Read that again.
Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your
He
enemies.
said there you shall be sold unto your enemies. When we got to America, he said your enemies was going to buy you. Who's the people that bought us when we came to America? He said them your enemies.
That's right.
Read on.
For bond men
And they made you slave men, read.
and bond women.
And born women, just like you got the town of Whitesville right down there, they still got plenty of cotton fields throughout that thing. Why you think they call it Whiteville? Who you think they had picking the cotton? Matter of fact, there was another curse that came upon us, Deuteronomy 28 and 16. Picking the cotton. Listen to this, read.
Deuteronomy 28 and 16.
Now look, we ain't worry about what the other nations think, what the white man think, or whatever. We gonna come out here and speak truth. That's what really did happen.
That's
But the
right.
stuff that happened is Bible prophecy. A lot of times when we say white man this or white man that, people, you know what I'm saying, people be like, oh man, this sounds like some racist stuff. But if they say black man this, black man that, nobody ain't saying they racist, you know what I'm saying? It's just the truth. That's who it was. Read.
Deuteronomy 28 and 16.
Read.
Cursed shalt thou be in the
It
city.
said, curse shall thou be in the city. Who populate the poorest communities in any city you go to? We do. That's a curse that came upon us. Read on.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Curse shall thou be in the field, in them cotton fields, to pick that cotton from sun up to sundown.
That's right.
They used to sit up there and give you three spoonfuls of grits and tell you to go and work in the field all day. And they set a quota for you, 500 pounds of cotton. You better have my 500 pounds of cotton. If you don't have that 500 pounds of cotton, then they beat you. Or they'll give you a sugar bath. Or they'll pull some tooth out of your mouth. They torture you because you didn't sit up there and meet the quota that they wanted you to meet. But yet they started your day off with 3 spoonfuls of grits. You understand what I'm saying, bro? God said this is going to happen to us for breaking these commandments. Read on.
That's right.
Verse 17. Cursed shall be thy basket in thy
He
store.
said, curse should be our basket in our stores. Where our stores at? Where our businesses at? Who on that right there? Our people don't own that. I got a King China. I guarantee you that's the Chinese, right? Who on my tobacco? White man? Arab? Okay. Who on KFC? White man. Who on Kelly? White man. Where our businesses at though? Listen to what God said, read.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Curse should be thy basket in thy store. Talking about your businesses, your stores. Where your stores at? Where your corporations at? Where your companies at? Where your banks at? You know what I'm saying? Why our black-owned banks at? Because I see a lot of black people in this community, but I'm like, why our stuff at? God said there was going to be a curse that came upon us. You know what I'm saying? These real issues that us as people need to wake up and open our eyes and see, they need to be taught. Why we don't own our businesses in our community? Why we in the conditions we in? The only way we gonna get out of these conditions is to sit up there first and foremost. You gotta know who you are. You gotta know, okay, who your God is, and then you gotta know what you did to offend that God, so we can be restored as a nation of people. That's why people still at the bottom. We gotta come up out of Christianity. You got Christian churches all over here. Ever since soon we pulled up into the town, I see a Christian church here, Christian church there. Who back these Christian churches? Our people do. And what color they teach you Jesus Christ is in these Christian churches?
Look it up.
What color you think Jesus Christ is? Tell the truth, bro. You think you're a white man, right? But look, what is that in the Bible? Because you sure prove to me in the Bible, give me a biblical description of Jesus Christ being a white man out the Bible.
That's right.
Can you show me that? You can't show it to me. It ain't in there. But I can give you a biblical depiction of Christ looking just like you right now. Listen,
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
He's talking about his head and his hair. The hair on his head, the hair on his face was white like wool. What nation of people got woolly hair today? Who got woolly hair? Negroes. Negroes got woolly hair. And when you look at them old Western dictionaries, when you look up the word wool, they'll say hair of Negro. You know what I'm saying? This woolly hair right here. This woolly hair on your head, but you cut it so low that the wool won't. That's woolly hair. This woolly hair. That's woolly hair. We got woolly hair. Do that again.
His hair and his hairs were white like wool.
We got hair like sheep. The white man don't got hair like sheep. The Arabs don't got hair like sheep. The Chinese don't got hair like sheep. We got hair like sheep. That's why the Lord called us his lost sheep of the house of Israel. Read on.
As white as snow.
As white as snow. Read.
And his eyes was a flame of fire.
It says eyes was as a flame of fire. Read on.
And his feet.
And his feet. Listen up. He seen Jesus Christ's feet. He said his feet like what?
Like unto fine brass.
What color is fine brass? What color is brass? Brass. What color is brass? Huh? Yeah, it's a derivative of brown. It's a brownish color. He says feet the same color as a penny. He says feet like unto brass. So if I look down at his feet, guess what color his face is? Brown. Read on.
As if they burned in a furnace.
So if I take anything brown and I burn it in a furnace, what color is going to get? It's going to get dark. It's going to get black. So what color is Jesus Christ according to the Bible? I see you need a little bit more. Give me Daniel 10 and 5. Okay, it said his feet look like brass that was burned in a furnace. If I take brown brass, burn it in a furnace, what color is Jesus Christ? White. So if you take brown brass right now, put it in the furnace, it's going to turn white. If you burn anything in the furnace, what color is it going to be? It's going to be black, right? All right. Listen to this, read.
Daniel 10 and 5.
Read.
Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen,
Read.
whose loins were girded with a fine gold of
So now he said, look, this Daniel, he giving us a revelation of Jesus Christ now. He said, look, this man had fine gold of you fans around his waist, kind of like these belts these brothers got on. Read.
his body also like a barrel.
He had a long green garment on. These brothers right here, they got purple garment on. Stands for royal, to read on.
And his face as the appearance of
He
lightning.
said his face was as the appearance of lightning. Man's wisdom caused his face to shine. Read.
And his eyes as lamps of fire.
Read.
And his arms and his feet like a color.
And his arms and his feet like a color.
To polish
Right, a polished brass. You see that in color. In color. What do they call us in slavery? What type of people? What they call it? Colored people.
That's right.
Matter of fact, that was your nationality at one point in time.
That's right.
A lot of us that got colored on our birth certificates ain't even our so-called Africans. You so-called Native Americans or from the tribe of Gad. But that's what they call us, colored people. But they say his arms and his feet like a color to polished brass. Who got a pen in his pocket? Because this brother don't know what this brother don't know what brass look like. He need to see some brass. Who got a pen? Alright, look at these keys right here. What color is this key? Brass. This is a brass key, right? And what color is that? That's a brownish color, right? Now if I burn this right, what color you think it's gonna be? It's going to be darker. What color is Jesus Christ then according to the Bible? Man, huh? White, bro. You got to get that out of your head, bro. See, you got white supremacy in your head.
That's right.
You got to let white Jesus go.
That's right.
The Jew, you know the real Jews back, right? But you got to get that out of your head, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let that, that's white supremacy right there.
That's right.
Like this right here, let me show you something, bro. You see this image right here? This image right here destroyed our people in our community.
That's right.
This destroyed our people in our communities. This white supremacy. This a man right here. This man, you know what this man's name is? Cesar Bunjer. That's his name. Cesar Bunjer. This is a true image. This is a true depiction of Christ in 912 AD. And what color is 1500? That's actually 1502. So if yeah, he is. There is a white man right there. That's a white man named Cesar Bunzel. That man walked the earth. There was Rico Bonjura's son, Pope Alexander VI. This dude had sex with his sister. He raped his mama. This dude did all amount of evil. You know what I'm saying? And he was a homosexual. So this the man that a lot of people pray to every Sunday. Let you know this idolatry right here. You got to come up out of there because this image is in your head. This image right here. of Jesus Christ, 912 AD, predates this white image of Jesus Christ of 1502. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ looked like this according to the Bible. Read it again, Revelation 1. Start at verse 13. Now you look at both images and you sit up there and you tell me which image is closest to being described in the Bible. Read what you got.
Revelation 1 and 13.
Read.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks.
So now listen, Daniel said in the midst of the 7 candlesticks. Which picture got 7 candlesticks on it, bruh? Which image got the 7 candlesticks? Now look at these two images and which one got 7 candlesticks on? Now what we're doing is in the depiction of Christ. Alright, okay, so this one closer to what the Bible say already. Read on.
One like unto the Son of Man.
Another name for Jesus Christ is the Son of Man. He said in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like it to the Son of Man. Jesus Christ, read on.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
He had a garment down to his foot. The same way these brothers, people be laughing at our garments, but we just following in the footsteps of our forefathers. Read on.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
He had a golden girdle around his waist. This brother right here is purple and gold. Read on.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
This image got white woolly hair. It said his head and his hairs was white like wool. Which one got woolly hair? This woolly hair right here. Is this woolly hair? You sure? Cause this stringy hair. So this woolly hair. That's hair like an Negro. That's hair like a sheep. That's sheep hair. Hold on, let me look. So his first and foremost, his hair ain't white. Read that again, bruh.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
It said his hair was white and woolly. Which image got white woolly hair? This white woolly hair right there. What color that hair is, bruh? What color is his hair? Okay, it said, read that again. Listen to what the Bible
His
says.
head and his hairs were white like wool.
Now, which one? Now, hold on. Look at this image and look at that image. Which one got white woolly hair? Okay, bro, what's wrong with you? Come on, bro, you gotta wake up, man. You gotta let that, see, this what's wrong with our communities, man. Well, that image of Caesar from Judge rooted deep up in him. Right. Even after the Bible say his head and his hair was white like wool, you still point at the one that got black stringy hair.
That's black stringy.
That's black stringy hair, bro. That's hair like that. Okay, all praise. Keep going, read on.
It's white as snow.
That's white as snow. Which one got the hair as white as snow? He do, read on.
And his eyes was a flame of fire.
Which one eyes is like a flame of fire? The whites of their eyes like a flame of fire. Is the whites of his eyes like a flame of fire right there? Is the whites of his eyes like a flame of fire? Cause look, when you drink a little, you drink wine?
No.
You don't drink wine? Okay, you drink a little beer or something like that? Okay, you can have a couple beers. What happened? The whites of your eyes turn a little red, don't it? Okay, which one whites of their eyes is red? Man, that man whites of his eyes is white. No, man, this white, look at that, that's white. The whites of his eyes. Yeah, the whites of his eyes is red, bruh.